From Harvest Profit here, hope all is well. Just want to show you a new feature that we've added to the software recently, and that is a highly flexible P&L comparison tool. So for those that are customers, for those that aren't, you may know, if you don't know, really the heartbeat of Harvest Profit is this P&L that allows you to track crop year-based profitability on a crop-by-crop basis, field-by-field basis, takes into account multiple entities, crop shares, all of the real-world variables that impact your farm, and you can do it on a line item by line item basis. So if you have some custom expenses, if you have some expenses just for your entity that you don't share with landlords or another family entity, you can slice and dice it in really infinite ways. And then it pulls in futures prices to give you a live look at your P&L based on where your mark-to-market revenue is today. But one area where it's been lacking is a lot of the comparison tools. So let's take a look at, all right, let's rewind the clock back to before the 2019 growing season. If I want to start looking at some different projected areas of profitability. So 2018 is for the most part complete, and I want to compare soybeans versus soybeans. And so I can look, all right, we're looking at $138,000 of profit versus, pretty much zero. Well, that doesn't make a lot of sense to look at it on an absolute basis. So let's take it down to per acre. So you can see, here are the per acre figures. If you want to show this to, an input supplier or a lender or a banker or a partner in your farm, you can just export that to a PDF. If I look, we've tried to keep that same interface over on a one-page PDF so you can show your partners or whoever you're working with what these scenarios look like. And so, just a couple scenarios off the top of my head. You can do crop by crop profitability. You can also bring it down to a per field basis. And so maybe you're looking at land rent negotiations. Maybe you're looking at land improvements. You can start to show, here's how my farm performed last year as a whole, and here's how these two wet quarters, or a wet 40 and a wet 80, they suffered by $67 an acre on average. Then we can go back and look at in 2017, it was even worse. In 2016, even in a dry year, it was a little bit worse. And so you can really build yourself some highly flexible scenarios to not only learn from in your operation, but to share with landlords for negotiation purposes, to share with them for investment purposes, to share with your lender, to show that you're proactively trying to manage your farm for increased profitability. And being able to slice and dice this, I think, is just a really powerful way to track your overall farm's numbers. Because at the end of the day, the tax profitability, the profitability that you show on your year-end cash statements, isn't that great. And even if you're doing all-in accrual accounting, great, that is awesome. But you're missing the budgeting piece that also becomes valuable as you're planning rotations for the next year. So just wanted to introduce you to Harvest Profit's P&L analysis feature that we added recently that's live in all of our customers' accounts. So enjoy that, and we would love to hear your feedback. Thank you.